ancient mother, I hear your song.
I'm Dava Haley Mitchell, and I'm one of the founders of the Soulful Women program, along with Elaine. This Soulful Women Certificate program is really the answer to a prayer that I've had for a very long time. I have known for a while that there is something so much more in life, and I spent about probably the last 20 years really searching for that, looking everywhere from the Buddhist monasteries in the high mountains of Nepal to all the different corners of academic institutions, and there was something that I was really longing for, and I didn't even know exactly what it was, but I knew that there was a lot more to life. I knew I was hungry for something, and I knew that it had something to do with ancient mysteries. So I looked long and hard, and I found something that when I stepped into it, there was not an intellectual understanding, but there was a felt knowing in my body, in my being, that this is it.
When I'm asked why did I put this program together with Dava, what called me to this work, was really a deep, deep yearning to find a place of coming home, a place where I could settle, a place where I could find that kind of connection of unconditional loving and absolute visceral felt sense of belonging. So much so that I could let go of all of the stories that I'd carried for so long around not belonging, around not being part of the world, around not deserving to be here, around not being welcomed here. You know, and those stories I see in the women that I work with and the women that we work with so often perpetuated in our culture. This sense of not being enough, this sense of not belonging, this sense of not being able to find home. So when I found this work, it was like something happened inside of me where I kind of locked, I joke about it when I say it's like I docked into the mothership.
And so I am really excited and grateful to be bringing together a process now for other women to go through what I went through and then some. We both found this lineage, Elaine and I, together. So one of the things that makes our program very distinctive, very different, probably something you won't find in many other leadership programs or certificate programs, is very deep work with the feminine archetypes. Let me give a few examples. An archetype would be the energy of the Great Mother, or the Queen, or the Wise Woman.
This program is not about understanding, that's the unique aspect. It's in the living of it, it's the embodiment of it, where something shifts. And I use the analogy of, you know, remember being a kid and playing dress up, but your dress up was so engaging and so embodied that you weren't just pretending to be that, you became that. Where we move from the pretense, from the costume party aspect, to actually the mythic aspect of becoming that energy, of becoming that character, of becoming that force on the planet. Something shifts inside.
We both found this lineage, and then we put together our own lineage as well as a variety of other pieces so that we can take the core of who we are and really bring it out into the world, taking the inner mysteries and taking the mystery out of it, being able to give our soul gifts in a bigger way. So combining the ancient mysteries with, you know, how do we really find our brand? How do we do marketing? How do we get out there in a bigger way? How do we take what seems like a huge journey of many miles and break it down into those bite-sized steps so that we can really offer the truth of who we are to a wider community?
This program has really called me into my joy, into my creativity, into my connection with community. It's magic, it's transformative. Being in this program with these women and these incredible facilitators feels like such a gift, and to where we are moving in our culture and where our culture is evolving towards. And I feel a real gratitude for these teachings and the facilitating group. It's phenomenal. It's been such a tremendous gift in my life.
It's the first course I felt so safe and so loved. that I was able to bring up a part of me that's never been able to be fully seen. And so a part of me got to be expressed and seen and loved, and yeah, it was a pretty magical experience.
You are a mother, you're a grandmother, you're a great-grandmother. Do you know how many people there are who feel deeply unmothered, that do not have someone to just be a loving presence?
But I know mothers. It's just been such a powerful and incredible experience to find your tribe.
Part of why we know the time is now to offer this program is because so many of us are being called. Now is the time for us to offer our real soul gifts, those things that we have buried perhaps because we were afraid that someone might laugh at us, or we're not good enough, or whatever. We all have that. There's some part that's connected to your passion. All of us have a dream and a gift, and it's really hard to bring it into the world. We need mentors, we need support, we need people who have both the skills and the talent and the love to hold us through a birthing process. And we couldn't be doing this for other people if we weren't willing to be doing this for ourselves. And so we're continuing to take risks and grow and dive in. And as we're doing that, we're also holding others in doing that. But the truth is, we're all in this together. This is the call of the time.
I'm here to enroll you and activate you and initiate you if this is a path that you're called to. You know if you're called.
It is phenomenal, the amount of movement, the amount of change in a fairly short time. There's a way it bleeds into the rest of your life and how you walk in the world on a material plane, but also how you are with yourself, how you are with your partner. It's multi-dimensional, so I highly recommend it.
Ancient Mother, I hear you calling. Ancient Mother.